Hey friend, welcome back to Canvas and Conversations. I'm Devyn with Mind Over Mata, and today's spotlight interview is with Dane. In this episode, we talk about what it looks like to reconnect with creativity after life gets busy. Like many of us, Dane found himself caught up in the responsibilities of everyday life before realizing that something was missing. About 2 years ago, he made the decision to return to creating traditional art simply because it brought him joy. Alongside working full time as a graphic designer, he's now dedicating his free time to drawing and writing a comic book that I'm really excited to see come to life. We also touch on the current role of AI in the art world, the challenges of pricing your work, and why creating what genuinely interests you can be one of the best ways to stay inspired and avoid creative burnout. We covered a lot in this conversation, so get comfy and come hang out with us.
Hey everybody, welcome to Canvas and Conversations. I'm Devyn, your host, and we have another guest interview, Mr. Dane here. How are you doing?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Good, good. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, what kind of artwork you do and what you're up to.
All right. So I'm Dane. Create. Just call me Dane. I just had to come up with something kind of catchy for social media and whatnot that wasn't taken. So as an artist, I do a lot of ink and alcohol marker work. And I started just other things. Yeah, oh man, like what other mediums do I use? Mostly is just like ink and alcohol markers. I see a lot of people ended up using it. Jazza got me on that like years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was like big famous for it and whatnot. And I'm like, oh man, that's so cool. And there's other artists that use it too. I'm really inspired by like a lot of comic book artwork because I wanted to get into comic book art ever since like I was wee small.
Yeah.
Has not panned out so far.
Oh, okay.
We're- Life has had other avenues, but that's
Detours.
a lot of detours, a whole lot
Yeah.
of detours. That is what I'm trying to do now. Is trying to kind of get back on like, all right, I'm in my 30s now, my mid 30s. I need to start thinking. I'm like, all right, am I proud of anything that I'm creating now? No, I definitely need to do that because you never think you'd get that old, but here you are.
Yeah, I guess I've been through the same thing. It's kind of how this podcast and business started is I was like, all right, 30s. Let's change it up.
We have to do something here,
Yeah,
and I don't know what I'm doing, but we're going for it.
yeah.
So
Our midlife crisis has sort of changed into a 30 crisis.
everything's kind of just moved up or moved
Yeah,
backwards with
yeah.
age.
So, comic art, that's awesome. And you said you dabble in a bunch of different mediums, and digital being one of them. You mentioned off podcasts. You want to talk a little bit about the work you do apart from the artwork you do at home?
Yeah. So professionally, I work as a graphic designer. A lot of the stuff that I end up making is like flyers, banners, just a lot of ads. I got to design a billboard once, so that was pretty cool. A little bit of video. Pretty much whatever my job goes like, hey Dane, we need you to make something. And I'm like, I have no idea what that is, and I'll have to research and then try and make it. So it's
Mm-hmm.
always something different, and then it's usually something that I don't have a lot of time to like put into it because it's one of those situations like, oh, we need you to make it, but it has to be fast though.
Yeah.
It's not a priority though, but we need it though. So drop this other stuff that you've been working on and work on this instead, but don't put too much time into it though. So
Yeah. Also deadlines. So.
but you also can't miss your deadlines for the other thing.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I've been there.
but they're great though.
Yeah. But I bet it allows you some opportunities to learn things you haven't before, so that's cool.
Yeah, I will say that's probably my biggest skill out of anything is I learn things pretty quickly. I might be really bad at things. Like, I've had friends, even like my ex-girlfriend, will usually go like, "No, you suck. Like, you're really bad." But the thing is, if we give you enough time with it, you get better really quickly, like surprisingly fast.
I'm definitely a hands-on learner. I will learn a lot faster if I can do it at least once and then do it again. I can do it a lot better and I remember what I'm supposed to be doing and etc. But yeah, sometimes you don't have the opportunity to try it once before doing the real thing.
You just kind of go in. You just kind of go into it and just like, all right, we're just gonna hope for the best here.
Mm-hmm. But I guess that's really good for you as far as working under pressure and being able to handle that. So that's good.
Oh yeah, yes, always under pressure. That's the thing. It's just the pressure just kind of doesn't go away. It just kind of like sits there and just like, all right, this is fun. Everything's on fire.
Just gotten used to it. It's fine.
It's fine. We'll figure it out. It'll be all right.
It's that gif that it's a character sitting in the room with the fire.
Right? Oh yeah. They're like, I think it's a dog. I think it's a dog or something like that. Just like, yep, it's fine.
But everything's burning.
My whole department's like that. Just like, all right, everything's just kind of on fire. We're going like,
here we go.
This isn't anything new.
Yeah. So when you said that you took a break and got back into it about 2 years ago, do you want to kind of elaborate on that kind of aha moment?
Yeah.
Getting back into it?
So I graduated college, it's well over 10 years ago. And as soon as like I did that, I did do the social media rat race and trying to push going into art, immediately trying to jump into my dream. Like, I actually have published a comic book forever ago, and it didn't work. I didn't do the right things because I didn't know what I was doing. And then I also ran into the problem of like what most artists do is like, we're looking at other people's work. Your work's not as well as theirs. And then you also run into the same problem of, man, I don't like what I'm making. It doesn't look good. And then you're not getting any good feedback. The likes aren't coming in. You're just... I know everyone like really relates to it, and you just kind of get beat down. Things aren't going your way, and then you're just comparing yourself to everything, and you get upset with yourself. And I ran into that problem, and I just like, I'm done with this. It wasn't meant to be. It's never gonna happen. And like, I stopped. But there's also other things that I ran into too. I got really depressed for other reasons, just like with personal life. There's just other problems that were coming up. Nothing crazy or anything, but like life kind of just beat me down. I was really busy with work because like same time I was just getting into being a professional graphic designer, and just like how tired you are from actually working 8 hours a day and whatnot, and then dealing with whatever else that you got home, friends, family, partner, and everything, and all everything else that comes into it. And then art just kind of like hit the back burner. So that's like kind of put me into that for about 7 to 8 years. I was not drawing. I did not pick up a pencil. I was still like making stuff. I did do like a little bit of photography and whatnot, but that still kind of falls under the graphic design umbrella. That's a whole lot in itself. So what happened is that like me and my ex-fiance now, we broke up about 2 years ago. And that was the kind of the kick in the pants that I guess I needed to like, all right, so I thought I was going down this one path, and now I have to really figure out everything else and reinvent myself. So that's what I kind of did. I was like, all right, so you spend a little time, you start thinking, try to get over things, and going like, okay, what is it that I want? What do I want? I think I want to get back into drawing again because I wasn't happy. So it's like, when was I happy? I was like, man, I really miss college a lot. College was great. I had a great time in college. I was creating stuff in college. I was going to school for art. I knew a whole bunch of artists. It was great getting to know other people. I need to get like back into an art community. One of the things I ended up finding out is that there's an urban sketching group. It's like a global group, and they have like chapters for different cities all around the world.
Nice.
It's crazy cool. So there's probably one in your city. I won't say where mine is, but you're able to just like go out there. They meet like once a month, and you're sitting down and drawing like buildings, plants, people, and just showing your artwork with each other, getting to know each other, joking around, and just getting to know people.
Yeah.
And as someone that's like in their 30s now, meeting people suck. Like, it is hard to meet people because like I work in a box all day. I don't meet people. I don't talk to people. Like, I'll go work in a closet for 8 to 9 hours a day, and then I come home to like my 1-bedroom apartment. I don't meet people. Like, I'll go to like the store or something, and then maybe hang out with friends or something. But we're all in our 30s now. A lot of my friends have partners, families, kids, and then they're also working full-time jobs. So it's the problem you run into. And so meeting people is really hard. But this was the easiest way so far that I've found to like meet people in a organic way that had the same interest as you, because you can go to like, I don't know, to like the bookstore or something, and it's just like, oh man, how do I talk to like random strangers and become friends? That's hard. It's extremely hard. So it's like being at school and whatnot, when you're forced to be with people, you're able to make bonds really easy. It's true though. It's like, this is the last time that like,
No, you're absolutely right. I'm nodding my head because I'm like, I don't know.
How do you make friends? Where do you go to make friends? Like,
I've been in the same situation as of lately, and it's crazy because it's not like I just woke up and it just was like that, but it almost feels like once you hit your 30s, it just everything changes. I mean, you don't have the friends that you have usually from college or even high school anymore because they've either moved away, got, like you said, got married, had kids, and their lives are completely different, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just different, and it's just harder, and it's harder to connect and make plans. And a lot of the time when you try to make dinner plans, they get canceled, and it becomes this like ruthless system of trying to stay connected with the people that it just changed over time. And we all change and obviously go through things, and
it's true. It's I feel like your life kind of, or for me anyway, is that your life consists of like 5 years of your life is usually like a chapter, right? Usually like the norm is for like this 5 years, and then all right, something usually changes around the 5 year mark, or at least it might not even be 5, might even be 4. It's just like, all right, so we're on chapter, what is this, chapter 10 now? I mean,
yeah. Well, and to add on to the group that you joined for an organic environment situation, to be able to meet people in a natural way, I guess, versus trying to force it, but trying to meet people that have equal interests. It's a lot easier to talk to because you're like, oh, you like this, I like this, let's talk. And then it's like, okay, great. Now what else do we have in common? That's a little bit easier and a little bit more of an icebreaker to get into a conversation and become friends than just randomly trying to meet each other off the street. Like, it just doesn't work like that anymore. In school, college or high school, you had classrooms, you had electives, you had sports, you had all this other stuff to connect to each other with.
You're forced to be around other people during those times. So like you end up having to make friends. But when you're an adult, no, that doesn't happen. That doesn't fly, because you can just go home. Yeah. And you're not really forced. There's like a repetition with it. So like if you show up to the same places it's like becoming a regular at like a restaurant or a coffee shop. Going like, eventually they will know your name if you keep showing up. They're going like, okay, that's Dane. He orders a caramel macchiato every time he comes in. I know his exact. They'll know you.
Is that what you order?
Yeah, that's exactly what I order.
Nice. Love that.
So eventually they'll know you. But the thing is like if you don't have a place that you're going to all the time, that's hard. But that's why like it's brought up the urban sketching group is we do meet regularly. It is only once a month, which sucks because I would totally do that like every week.
Yeah.
But that's just like it's impossible as adults to do something like that. Or for most people, I probably could because I'm like not doing much of anything.
Yeah, it depends. But on that note, I did join a meetup group as well.
Ah, nice.
And yeah, I joined it a couple weeks back, and it was a women's group because I was like, yeah, I mean, it's just been quiet, and I'm like, I want to make new friends and stuff like that. And it was so funny because when I went, I was super nervous. Like, first day of school nervous. I was just like, oh my god, am I wearing what I need to be wearing? Like, I don't even know. Like, I have my backpack. I'm like, I don't know.
What do I bring? What's appropriate? What's not? What's the dress code? I have no clue.
Yeah. And it turns out when I got there were like 5 other girls that were new also to the group. So it wasn't like I was the only one. And we all, I don't know, laughed and got each other, like, exchanged numbers afterwards. Like, it was a really good meetup. And so it's like now we have plans to hang out moving forward. Like,
that's awesome.
Every other weekend or so. And so I'm like, I feel so much better. I'm so happy that I decided to go because at one point I was like, don't go. Like, don't do it. Like, don't interact with strangers. Like,
talking yourself out of it. And like, no, you have to go. Sometimes you have to do the uncomfortable thing and then just like jump into it and just.
Yeah. And now here I am with a couple new friends. And I'm like, if I would have stayed home,
that wouldn't have happened.
That wouldn't have happened. So I'm glad that they still have options like that for us. Because I'd be a bit nervous if they didn't have groups as adults. I don't know what we would do.
I have no clue. Don't ask me because I don't know. Because I struggle with that for forever.
Mm-hmm. But they have like meetup groups now and like specific to your interests. So there's more options now. I guess that is like a bonus for technology is, you know, there are ways to stay connected in ways they not necessarily had prior, so that's cool.
That is how I found this group, is through Meetup. And then I found out, they actually have a whole organization, like worldwide organization.
That's super exciting. I'm gonna have to get that information from you and look into that because that sounds awesome.
Oh yeah, no, I totally recommend it. I've had a great time the last 2 years doing it.
Yeah, anything creative, I'm like all about it. Yeah. So you said that you created a comic book, but you didn't really know kind of what you were doing at the time. Do you plan on creating another comic book now?
Yeah, I'm actually currently working on a brand new one. So it's actually, the script is like nearly done. We have like 2 pages that need to be like re-edited. We're just like editing the ending. Fortunately or not, unfortunately, I have no clue. I'm not penciling it. I'm inking it, which is great because inking is like my favorite part. Yeah. But I'll probably be inking, typesetting, doing all the graphic design work for it. And my skills are way better than what they were. It's got to be over 10 years ago when I ended up trying that. But I'm looking forward to it. I wrote everything, and then a friend of mine, she came up to me and she was like, all right, Dane, I know that you're working on this comic book script. And I know you said you were going to do everything, but I'm actually really interested in penciling it.
Oh.
And I'm like, which is crazy because penciling is the toughest part because it's like the backbones of all of your whole entire comic lives and dies into pencils.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not sure how much comic book creation that, okay.
I was actually just about to ask you, I was like, can you dabble a little bit in that? Because I'm like, I don't know anything about comics, so enlighten me.
Okay, so usually there's two different methods. I'll go over like the normal method, and then I'll go over the secondary method, which is not too popular anymore. It was in the 60s for a specific reason. So normally you'll have a writer. So your writer will write the script. If it's a graphic novel or a comic book, you're looking about like 24 pages. Graphic novels can span hundreds of pages. Then a penciler will pencil out the whole entire thing. So they will draw everything, making marks. It's usually a little bit looser. Some pencilers are a little bit tighter where they have like a lot of detail into it. But then after the penciler is usually the inker. So someone that uses like a dip pen or brush or even like fine liners, and they'll ink over the pencils.
Okay.
The reason that they used to do that is because like comics from like 60s, 70s earlier, we didn't have like scanning like we did back in the day. Like it would only really like pick up black ink really well.
Okay.
So it needed to be inked. It doesn't necessarily need to be inked anymore. Technically, you can do like nowadays, like if you wanted to do an oil painting as a comic, I don't know why you would want to do that. You could. It's possible. We have the technology now for that to work. But traditionally, an inker will go over it, and it's turned into the look of a comic, or a traditional comic, I would guess.
Okay.
And then after that, you would have a colorist, so someone that would actually color a thing, and then someone to be for speech bubbles and like captions. So all of those, for like if you work for like DC or Marvel, all of those are like separate jobs. So these are like, all right, you got a writer, you got a penciler, you got an inker, you got a colorist, and then you got that does like the speech bubbles and stuff. So it's like 5 guys working on a comic.
One project. Yeah.
Yeah, one project. And usually if it's like Spider-Man or something, you're doing that like once a month. So as soon as you're done, all right, well, no, time to work on the next issue. So, and it's like 22, 24 pages. So imagine having to pencil doing all that in just like less than a month to get it to production, to print, to be able to be shipped out.
Oh man. I think I did see one of your videos showing the blue pencils that you use.
Ah, yes.
For for the drawing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Before you, I guess, marker it. Or ink it. Sorry, ink it.
Ink it. So blue pencils is a little fun because like it's a non-photo blue. So it doesn't show up on camera, which is a bit of a pain when trying to make videos about it because it doesn't show up well.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you scan it in, you can easily just remove it. In Photoshop, it's super easy. Just like, all right, just if I just tone this down, it's gone, and all that's left over is like your black inks.
Right, which is the goal.
Which is what you want. But if you're showing a video on blue pencils, you're like, I can't see that. And I'm like, yeah, I know that's kind of the point, but it does defeat the purpose of the video.
No, I saw it. I mean,
yeah, but it's just like faint. It's like, man, I can't even see that very well.
Yeah. But so the inking part is just the black, and then you add color afterwards.
Yeah,
so you haven't add the color to your comic book yet. That's the next step.
So the next step is the penciling stage. The it's been written, but when I was writing it, my friend jumped on it. It was like, all right, and she's also like, she's really good. She's really good at like drawing.
Yeah.
Better than I am.
Okay.
But she doesn't like finishing anything, which is great. Which is great for a penciler.
That's where you come in.
Yeah. So like that's what the inker does. The inker is the one that, all right, the inker finishes the drawing and does all the crazy detail and everything, which I'm pretty good at. But she's like, all right, but if I'm penciling it, I want to edit the script. And I'm like, I mean, fine, go for it. So we've been going back and forth on like edits, which is great because it's totally better because I'm not that great of a writer. I'm okay.
But having someone to kind of tag team the project sounds exciting.
Oh yeah, no, it always is. It's always a good time. So she's working on the final edits of it, which I think in like a week or two that'll be done, and then she's gonna start penciling it. So when she finishes the pages, she's gonna send me the finished page, and then I'll ink it. So it's gonna probably be it'll be a process. Like
Okay.
it's because the script right now where it's sitting at, it's looking at like 120 pages.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we both work full-time jobs. So
Yeah.
who knows how long it's going to take here to get pages drawn, and then who knows how long it's going to take me to ink it.
Okay, so with this one comic book that you guys are working on, is there a potential second one, or is it like a one-off story?
That is an art. I wouldn't say that's an argument that we've had, but that has been a discussion. We literally had that discussion like last week because we have had friends that have kind of like read over it and they go like, y'all have like stuff open for it, and we're like, I don't know, like, do we want to do another one after this one? And they're going like, we haven't even finished drawing the thing, so it's just like, do we want to continue the story, or do we want to tell a different story because you get sick of it? Like, I don't know about you, but as like just as an artist and whatnot, I get sick of something if I'm working on something for too long. And you're like, you start looking at the shiny new project because you go like, I have this other idea that I want to tell.
You don't know me.
I don't, but that's just me guessing.
You got it. There's just, especially with me being, I call myself a multi-passionate artist because I tend to dabble in a bunch of different mediums. So it's very, very difficult for me to stick to one medium for an extended period of time because then I'm like, ooh, new thing. It's shiny and new and I want to try it all.
Just like, oh man, but that looks really fun. It's like, all right, so my nephew, he's only one, so it's my sister that got me this for Christmas, was like a gouache set. Like,
ooh.
And I've never messed with gouache, but people have talked about gouache. I've seen people use gouache on social media. I'm like, this looks really cool. I want to give this a shot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is going to be the new thing. And then I think I used it once and I was like, oh man, I kind of suck with this. As I mentioned earlier, is because like I suck at two things.
There is a learning curve to gouache because it's kind of in between acrylic and oil. It can be reactive unless it's the acrylic. It's an acrylic gouache. Acrylic gouache, I think is what it's called. So it has the basic component of where it doesn't react, but then you have the regular gouache where it does react. So you have to be careful with layering. So sometimes I've seen artists where they do the acrylic gouache as its base background, and then they'll layer it with the gouache. So then that way, at least the basic background doesn't get muddied or reactive. But you can do a bunch of different things. I've also seen people do watercolor as their base and then gouache on top. So, you know, you never know. You can do a bunch of different things with it, which is really fun. But it definitely, I like gouache, but there is a learning curve even to it as someone that loves playing with new mediums and picks it up pretty quickly. I would say, though, I don't know, watercolor has its difficulties and so does oil, so I feel like it just kind of depends on like what you're really aiming for when you're working with it.
I think that's like almost any medium. It's just like, all right, it's just difficult to use. If you don't use it, you don't know what you're doing. You have to practice with it, and then you have to like look into like, okay, why is this not working?
Yeah. Well, and I think that's applied to everything.
Yeah, you know, it is. So it's just like you can't like totally dismiss it after one shot, which I totally did. I was like,
oh no.
Well, like it's not the fact that I haven't wanted to jump back into it. It's just that like I've had other projects because I'm like, oh no, shiny new project. Let me jump on this.
Yeah, time is definitely a big factor in learning something new.
So I haven't dedicated enough time to doing it yet, and then I keep finding myself getting, I don't want to say trapped into other things, but like other stuff has come up where I'm like, oh, I want to try this out. Yeah. Because I started working on an illustration series earlier this year, which like I think I'm on like piece 9, of it. If you're on my Instagram, it's been the last couple things I've been posting about it. It's just
okay.
this the girls in the different ball gowns and everything.
Yeah.
Which is weird thing. Like, all right, I did the one like as a piece to see. All right, if I try my best, my absolute best on like an illustration, take my time with it, where is that bar? What is my skill level at? Because I don't know. Because usually at this point, I've just been doing like sketchbook stuff. As for someone that's like just doing sketchbook stuff, you don't do your best in it because like it's just your sketchbook, and that's what I was normally working in for 2 years. So it's like I never tried to like completely challenge myself with like, okay, this is like if I'm maxing out my skills, this is where I'm at. That's what that first piece was. And then my mom saw it and she was like, this is great. I love this. I want
Do
it.
more.
And then, so she took it and it was in her living room forever. And then she's like, you need to do more because I want them. And I'm like, okay.
That's usually how it goes, doesn't it, though?
Yeah.
You always have a family member that's like, hey, you're an artist. Make me something.
Well, that's the crazy thing is like, so she's an artist. My grandmother was an artist.
Oh.
And my sisters are both artists. So it's not like she couldn't get someone else to do it.
Yeah, but it comes from you.
It's
Specifically from you.
But that's how that started. And then so I think, and then and then my sister, my youngest sister, she was like, both ganged up on me going like, you need to turn this into a series. You need to do a series. And I'm talking about like, it was like daily. When's that series coming? And I'm like, fine, I guess I'll do that. So eventually it became like starting to work on it. And then like I tore that first piece apart, as in like I didn't like physically destroy it, though sometimes I did want to.
What?
No, like I looked at it to go like, okay, what things suck about this? What did I not do on it that needs improvement? Like it's like the hand.
You broke it down and little parts of like improvement or things that you liked and
critiquing myself and having other people critique it, which the internet also critiqued it because that video, one of those first videos I did, like on YouTube Shorts, it got like 800,000 views on it. It was nuts because I drew the hand backwards. So it was like, you used AI. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's traditional. I just drew the hand backwards. So, which is embarrassing for me because I drew it. Like, I penciled it. And then, like, I inked it. And colored it. And I didn't notice it until, like, I posted it. But the thing is that I showed my mom, both of my sisters, my friend that is my penciler on the comic,
and they didn't catch it.
And we all looked at it in stages because it's not like it's something like, oh, I did this in like one day. Like I worked on it for like 3 weeks, which took forever. Is the longest drawing that I've ever done. Like even in the series that I've done after this one, I've gotten faster at them and they look better than this first one.
Yeah.
But this one took me way longer. Right. And no one caught that the hand was backwards.
Oh my god.
Which
that would seriously kill me because I'm like, how did you all not see it? Like
that's the crazy part. We were like, how did we not see this? But what's crazy about it, or the kicker for this, is that my sister did the same problem a week ago. Oh. And I went into her about it, going like, how did you mess this up? So when she found out, going like, Dane. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh my god.
It happens. For digital, it's not that bad. You just gotta like, all right, I just have to flip it.
Yeah, and then ink, it's set in stone. Like, you can't take it back.
It is. But that goes into the gouache set that my nephew got me, is that I covered up. The whole video was me covering up and fixing the mistake. So, like, I took gouache, blended a whole bunch of gouache, layered a whole bunch of gouache, and then I'm like, all right, so how do I fix this? And I fixed it with gouache, put ink on top of gouache, which I wasn't sure you were supposed to do. It worked enough. You can't tell me.
Enough. You find little tricks. We have to as artists, because like once it's set, you're just like, okay, well,
How do you fix this? And going like, the thing is like, all right, so like for comic book, even for ink, if I didn't color it, I could have just took white out to it and fixed it there.
Yeah.
The best thing would have been like if I cut it in penciling stage.
Yeah.
And I didn't, because
of course it's always easier.
it's like, no,
it's easier to not even make the mistake in the first place. But as artists, I mean, we make mistakes and find a way around them. It's just so funny because when I make a piece and I know that I've made the mistake and I've somehow rendered it to not look as such, I mean, I still see it, but I've found a way to work around it enough to where it doesn't look completely terrible. But then when someone comes around and was like, compliments it and it's like, oh, I love that piece, it's so great, I'm over here like, ugh. Like, no, I don't like it. Like, yeah, why that piece? I like completely screwed it up. And but they don't see that. They only see the finished piece, but they don't see the work that went into creating.
It's like, how many hours did I put in this? 20? 30? I don't know. I don't remember at this point.
Yeah. Okay, so you mentioned that there was a bunch of you that reviewed it, but then also when you posted it on YouTube that some people even said that it was AI. So how do you feel about AI? Because that is a huge subject in itself. But even just the concept of having to prove ourselves as not AI artists now has been really a huge challenge for us. So, I mean, how do you feel about all of that, especially with being a graphic designer?
I mean, it's aggravating. Like, it's aggravating at the highest level, and then it's annoying at the lowest. So, like, as a graphic designer, I mean, they wanted to use this tool, I use quotation marks, to kind of like replace graphic designer jobs, for sure. That's like one of the things that they are going to try and push on this. And I got reasons on why they can't do that as a graphic designer. Personally, the thing can't make layers, it can't make changes, and if it does try to make changes, it makes a whole new image. If you know anything about graphic design, the whole thing operates on layers, and if there's a misspelling on, the brand consistency logo, what are you going to do? You can't do anything. You're going like, all right, and then it bleeds in together. It all kind of looks the same.
Yeah.
So on that front, it's probably not going to do that unless they make huge improvements to where this thing ends up doing layers in the future. And who knows? I'm not like a tech bro. I don't know how a lot of that stuff works.
Right.
But from a designer perspective, I think we're okay for now. Mm-hmm. But they will probably go after that eventually if, the AI bubble doesn't burst before then.
Right.
Which, who knows? Because I don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know. So, but for artists, we are in this spot right now where like everyone wants to record the whole entire process: penciling, inking, sketching, the coloring, everything. Mm-hmm. And it is one of the reasons why I decided to go for physical media over digital, because like with digital gets like so much going like, okay, you have to show your whole entire time lapse and whatnot, and it's just like, man, that's just, yeah, you're having to prove innocence and whatnot, and then like a court case and like, just, this is a lot, man. Dude, I just want to draw, man.
Yeah.
And if I was using AI, I would be pumping out so much stuff like way faster. Just imagine just like full-blown pieces every day. Like, man, how are you doing that?
Yeah.
Because for me, for like an illustration piece that I'm working on right now, it takes me like 2 weeks.
I remember this, well, it was actually a trending audio, because so many different artists used it, but pretty much what it said was, I'm not a hobbyist, this isn't a hobby. I do this like every waking hour.
Every-
Like this consumes my entire life.
This is my whole entire well-being.
I'm like that.
I would
That's
say
me.
eating. I would say eating's my hobby.
Yeah.
It's relatable. That's relatable.
Especially with art, because I'm like, I mean, one of my questions to most of my guests on this podcast is whether it's a hobby, passion, or like part-time, full-time work. But then I think about the actual question itself, and I'm like, is it a hobby though? Like we all consume by it.
I was like, I just can't stop.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, because people have asked me like, all right, so what are you thinking about? Like, I'm thinking about going home and drawing.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Like on my lunch breaks, like I have a pocket sketchbook. It's like a little 3.5 by 5.5, I think. It's in my pocket. I take it everywhere. It goes to work. If I go out to dinner with a friend or family, I draw. Like I even drew at Josh Johnson's comedy special. They had a show
Nice.
not too long ago. My sister got seats, and like while we were waiting for the performers was like I was sitting down there, I was drawing.
Yeah.
Just...
No, that's good though. I think we as artists and creatives should do that more. I keep telling myself, I mean, at one point I did, and then of course time took over, and of course my phone took over. So
yeah, the dreaded phone.
Yeah. So now that I'm gonna have here soon to be some extra free time, I think I might know what to replace it with.
More reps in drawing, more sketching.
Yes. That's the goal, right? At the end of the day, I'm like, I want to create more, not create content or like worry about social media and stuff like that.
Oh man.
But that's a whole other subject.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like we're going down that road.
Yeah, I think we are too. I mean we can, because we've kind of touched on it a little bit, is that you have been posting more on Instagram and showing your videos and your process and stuff, as well as getting feedback.
Oh yeah.
So how do you feel about the whole social media movement of being a content creator, but also a creator and also an artist and also a graphic designer and also this and that?
It's too many hats.
Yeah.
As a graphic designer, I'm kind of used to it. It's just like I wear so many hats at work, and then you're expected to excel at everything.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's like it's nothing new, but the problem is that it doesn't stop it from being tiring, and if you want to do it or not.
Yeah, and is it something you want to do all the time? Because you're doing it full time as a job right now, and then you want to go home and do it some more.
That is the problem you kind of run into. It's like it's one of the reasons why I stopped like 10 years ago. It's like, man, I'm doing this for full time. I don't really want to do it every waking moment of my life. If I'm not doing it at work, I'm doing it at home, and then I'm probably sleeping and dreaming about it.
I guess the main question is not the art itself, because of course we want to do art all the time, but the social media aspect of it. Is it something where, what inclined you to start sharing your work again? Because you could have very well just came home and started drawing and stuff like that.
At first that's what I was doing. It's like that first year drawing, like getting back into drawing, I wasn't posting anywhere. I did not start in 2024 is when I started getting back into art. I was not posting it anywhere. It was literally just for me, for just finding myself. That was the goal, is like, okay, I have to like find myself, reestablish myself, fall in love with the process of just making art.
Yeah.
Because I was in a bad spot with like making things.
Oh, okay.
So like, because I didn't even like what I was making back then. But I was like, all right, we're only going to draw things that I like drawing.
Yeah.
And
which I think is a good start.
Yeah, it's a great start. It's like doing it for like commission work, going like, oh god, I don't want to do that. Commissions.
that is a very particular subject.
It is.
Because I I have some words for that subject, but I don't know if it's worth getting into on this episode. However, I will slightly touch on it just for the sake of the conversation, because I think everybody is different as far as commission based. Some artists, that's like their main income is commission based and they love it. And then there's some artists that are like, never again. I won't ever do commissions. So it just depends, I think, on the artist and their experiences with commissions too, because I myself have had very poor experience with commissions. So for myself, I'm like, I'm good. But that's to say, I mean, for other artists, it might work out really well, and that might be, their main avenue. So
oh yeah, don't let me stop you from doing commissions. I'm not gonna take your commissions.
I'm like, I just want to make what I want to make.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I already make stuff for other people all the time for like 8+ hours a day. I'm working on something for someone else.
Yeah, so you want to make
like,
something for you.
Oh yeah, I want to make for me. And then if someone's going like, all right, I want you to draw a car, and I'm like, I suck at drawing cars. Why do you want me to draw cars?
Oh my god, it's that stupid meme where it's like, I want you to draw my dog, and I'm like, I don't even draw animals.
And I'm like, have you seen? Did you even look at my art? Like recently, it's just been girls in ball gowns, and I'm like, I can draw that.
Yeah,
that's what I've been doing recently. I can draw Spider-Man. If someone was like, "Hey, can you draw Spider-Man?" I'm like, I love drawing Spider-Man. Sure, I'll do that.
I think that there's people inactively thinking about a creative and their process, because just because we make art doesn't mean we just make anything. And I think they underestimate. It's like, oh, well, you're really good. You can make, a portrait of myself and, my spouse or whatever. Or you can draw a picture of my dog, or, like you said, a car. And it's like, I mean, I could, but that's not what I enjoy. And I don't spend my time or my skills in that avenue. So I'll make the best I can. But in the end, I'm like, I didn't enjoy myself. I didn't enjoy the process. I was actually in agony because I was like, this has to look good, but it's not something I make ever.
I've gotten to that conversation with a coworker. We were just on the topic of drawing, or many topics of drawings. And one of the things with drawing is like, drawing is a learned skill. There's a skill versus talent debate, and I'm a firm believer that drawing is a skill. It's not a talent. And just like, we were going over the whole entire discussion and whatnot, and we were like, okay, like, here's the thing. If you ask me, hey, Dan, can you draw a horse? I'd be like, no, I can't draw a horse. I've never drawn a horse before. Drawing a horse and drawing like a golden retriever, which I've drawn plenty of golden retrievers. I can draw a golden retriever, but I've never drawn a horse. So that's the thing, is like, you might be good at drawing one particular thing, but that's because you've probably drawn it a lot. I would have to practice drawing horses to be able to draw said horse.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to be the one, even myself as not being pro commission.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to ask, would it not be an encouragement to get out of your comfort zone? Or is it farther than that?
It's a little farther than that, because it comes it comes down to, like, I work as a graphic designer, and I have done freelancing as a graphic designer. Mm-hmm. And I did not like it then. And the problem is, it stings. It comes from the aspect of, if I don't feel inspired about it, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
It comes from, like, just whatever the interest of whatever the subject matter is. If it's something that I'm not inclined on drawing, I'm going, I don't want to do this.
Right.
Why am I doing this?
Well, and I feel like that plays into account certain artists being able to do commissions, because depending on their subject, like for example, if they are a pet portrait artist, 100% they would take up that commission, right?
Makes sense.
But then you have someone that, does abstract, possibly could do commissions, like without having disagreements on expectations of the said piece, because abstract is abstract. But then you could argue, though, that it could be harder to do a commission from abstract because someone has a specific, I don't know, idea in their head of how they want
I
it
don't
to be
even know how you would
commissioned.
even price that. It's like people that do like abstract, like I have a lot of respect for it because one, it's crazy cool looking. I couldn't do it because I don't have the visual, I don't have the vision for it.
Yeah.
But and I wouldn't even know how to even price that on commission and how you even for talking to a client about an abstract piece. Like, I don't know, I think this large orange glob that you have over here needs to be a little bit more to the left. How do you
I don't know. I guess it just comes with experience, I suppose.
I guess
I mean,
it does.
being an abstract artist, you would have to set boundaries. You'd have to, because otherwise it'd be like, oh, I don't like it. I think some people, they've started, from what I was trying to do commissions, it was recommended that you charge half up front and then half afterwards. So then that way you're at least earning something if they're not even pleased with the full piece, but you are being paid for your time in a sense. However, I would suppose, just like how you would question on charging or pricing any other piece, whether it be abstract or any other type of theme or style, is that it's based off of supplies, time, experience. I mean,
so I have a story. All right, so this comes from my college professor in graphic design. Now I love this story when he used to tell it. All right, so how he used to price his commission and freelance work. He go like, all right, someone has approached him about a job. I think it was like for either an illustration or a logo. I don't exactly remember. But it's like, all right, I need to get my cabinets redone. How much are my cabinets going to cost? $3,500? That's how much I'm going to set for this piece. So that is how he set his commissions, was directly on bills that he had upcoming that he needed to have paid off, or something that he wanted to go do. So, and I loved him for it. It was great. You go like, all right. So his prices fluctuated depending on what he needed. Drastically. He was like, especially going like, and he's like, all right, Dane, the reason why I do that is because I don't want to do this piece, but I really need to do that money. So these cabinets that I need to have done, that is how much this piece is going to cost.
Honestly,
a lot of people are going to get really mad about that, because people get mad about like pricing for like freelancing, going like, man, I can't believe you're going to charge $200 for this bust.
But then I get the opposite too. It's like, oh, you're not charging enough for that piece. So it's like, I mean, I really think that the question of what a piece is worth really comes down to the artists themselves, because they know how much they're worth as far as putting in. But then there's sometimes where I'm like, man, I'm just happy someone wants it on their wall. Like, you could have it for free. I don't care.
Art is
weird.
Time,
I'm like, I do gotta make money. So I'm like, I mean, it is my income, but at the same time, I'm like, I wish I didn't have, I mean, I don't have to have it like that, but I mean, I want to make art for a living. So I have to get past that hurdle of wanting to give away everything for free.
See, that is the thing. All right, so I used to work as the assistant gallery director for this is like my first job out of college and whatnot. Great job, loved it. Didn't pay much, but it was great because I got to help sell artwork in paintings. So you kind of have to look at it. What do you think your artwork is worth? Essentially, what do you want? What do you want for it?
I don't know. I kind of like the way that you're professor.
I know. I love that too. Going like it fluctuates. Going like
I have a bill coming up. Let's just charge it for that.
Yeah, going like, oh man, my electric bill is how much this month? All right, that's how much this is gonna be worth. It's great. I love it, man. Yeah.
It definitely relaxed the whole concept of having to be specific on pricing your pieces, but I would argue or wonder how he handled when people argued the price. Like, did he ever talk about that?
Oh, he's a bit of a hippie because he's a bit of an older guy. So he's like, whatever. It's like, do you want it? Do you want me to do it or not? This is the price. That's
gotcha.
The kind of guy that
for he was. Commissions specifically. So it's not like any piece. It was just commissions that he did this with.
Yeah, I think what it was an illustration, if I remember correctly, of what it was for. So for what company? Because most likely it was for a company, not a person. Most likely.
Yeah.
Because I think it was going to be used in an ad, so you could charge,
more.
like Spectrum or something like that. Whoever was going to you for an illustration about that, like, someone that's, I don't know, that's working at a movie theater asking for a piece of artwork for their D&D campaign. You probably couldn't do that with, but for a large company that has a large income, yeah,
true. I guess it depends on the situation, not just by project or by bill process, but also by like who you're doing the commission for.
Yeah, what our bill process going like? It would be kind of nice. It would depend on how much your bill is.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I might start doing that just as an experiment.
Let me know how that goes. Then going like, all right, I think Dane. It's like, this is a great recommendation.
I'm gonna have a couple art pieces on a wall, one being 1,000, one being 10, and one being like 5,000. Like just kind of a huge spectrum, and they're all like about the same size.
I was both like, why is it worth that much? Because this is gonna pay my electric bill, this is my grocery bill, and this is that hospital bill that I had to take an ambulance to go to.
I love it. I love it. I don't know if they would love it, but
no, absolutely not. Especially if they go by this reason, they look at this podcast.
You never know. They might sell because I'm honest. I'm like, no, this one's worth that much because I have rent due.
It's like, this needs to pay my rent.
Yeah.
This specific condition.
And this is not a joke. It actually will pay my rent specifically. That will be this bill. And this one's my car bill. And this one's my... I think he's onto something.
He might be. He's crazy. I need to go run by the university one of these days to see how he's doing. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, I don't know if there would be probably a very, what is it called, a debacle on that subject.
Oh no, for sure. You're going what do you mean it's worth more than $100? Yeah, what? That's crazy.
Well, so I would even add on to that thought, though, is that last year I did, I think you actually saw a couple, but the 100 watercolor pieces I did.
The cards.
Yeah, and you could either call them ATCs or ATCOs, EOs.
ASOs, yeah. I saw that trend on, and that I have an upcoming project I want to jump on that.
Oh,
eventually.
I'm excited to see. But yeah, they're pretty much artist trading cards or artist cards and originals, and they're 2.5 by 3.5 size. And I created 100 of them last year. It was my very first 100 project. I was like, I don't know what I was thinking. I was just like, yeah, I can do this. Like, I've never done it
Why
before in
not?
my life. Never did anything even close to that in a series. And so I was like, yeah, sure, it's easy. I'll do 100 by like, I don't know. I think it was card 60 where I was like, yikes, I am struggling to get this done.
God, why did I decide to do this?
Yeah, and it kind of goes back into what we were talking about, being kind of sick of looking at the project after a while. So, but I pushed through.
I'm glad. I'm proud of you
I
for that.
I persevered. I didn't do it daily, but I did get it done.
That's what matters, is getting it done.
Yeah. But now there's this trend or this hype about ACEOs where you can sell them on eBay and put them on a bidding system or whatever, or auction.
I've seen that.
And so some of them are like, oh yeah, I sold one for $2, one for $5, one for $10. And then fast forward, I see another video and where I guess there's been people upset with the artist because they think that their art is worth more than a $2 even for just a card. And they're like, no, you should be spending like, or selling them for like $20 per card, or at least. And it's just like, honestly, I've been back and forth so much, which is why I haven't done anything with them, is because I have 100 cards, but I don't think they're all worth the same. Like, there's some where I'm like, yeah, I could see $5, and then there's the ones towards the end where I really got detailed and like specific. I'm like, yeah, it's definitely worth more than $5. So I'm like, I don't know. I mean, but then if I bid it and then I think it's worth more than $5, then do I get frustrated because it didn't sell for more? Like, I don't know. So that's a whole other like ordeal. As the artist ourselves, like, yes, I think it's worth more, but then you have someone fighting that it's worth less, and I'm like, but what is your argument that you think it's worth less compared to someone else that made something about the same size and with the same materials? So it's like, I don't know.
Where do you land on that?
Yeah.
So here's my take on it. So one, as the artist, you have to go, this is what I think my art is worth. And that will and that can change between that'll differ between your pieces.
Yeah.
Because even your pieces are not all equal. They're not all the same.
Right.
But as a consumer, you end up having to go, all right, this is how much I'm going to willingly pay for this. And that's going to change because it's in the eye of the beholder. Because one of my best friends is going like, all right, yeah, you might say that it is worth $100. But I'm not going to pay $100. I don't think it's worth $100.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, because if he doesn't think it's worth it, it's not worth it. But someone else might think, wow, you're just $100? I would pay $200 for that. But that's who you sell it to.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and I found out that like you also have to decide what audience you want to sell it to, because there's going to be an audience that obviously can only afford $5 here and there for, a little card. But then there's people that are actually collectors that they're like, yeah, I'll spend $1,000 on this because it's the only one. It's by the artist I follow, and I'm willing to spend that much on this card because I know it's worth, and I'm willing to. I have the money, and also that's kind of the right audience that you should be directing it to if you want to sell it in that market, so you have to find the right kind of people for your pricing margin, I guess.
It depends. You're right. You're absolutely right. It comes down to like who the audience you're gearing towards, and that can be different. And as an artist, I think you have to kind of figure that out.
Yeah, for yourself, absolutely.
Yeah,
because if I make a painting and I want to sell it for $1,000, but my audience doesn't have that kind of money laying around, it's like, well, then I need to find a new audience that will.
If you're like, this, I want to sell it for $1,000, then that's, you got to gear it towards towards that. It kind of just depends.
But then I feel like you also have to be a little bit more firm too. If you really do feel like it's worth that much, don't settle for something less if it, you know what I mean? Because some people, even myself included, have done it. It's like, oh, I'll take it for $10 because I know you can't afford it right now, but I want you to have it. But at the same time, in the back of my head, I'm like, oh, I wish I would have sold that for like $50 instead of 10. You know what I mean? Like, but I shouldn't have caved. I shouldn't have.
I know, I get that, because back in the commission earlier this year, a buddy of mine's working on a video game with a whole bunch of other college students that he's with, and he's like, all right, Dane, hey, I know you do art a little bit. Can you just work and do a couple designs for us? And then I'm like, for you, man, yeah, I'll do it dirt cheap. But like, we have barely a budget. And I'm like, yeah, man, I can do something on the cheap.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I guess it kind of depends on the situation. I mean, if you're helping a friend out, then yeah, sure. But when you're like in the market to actually sell certain pieces, I think that changes the dynamic and the mindset of what you're trying to accomplish. Yeah. Okay, so let's jump back into a couple of questions I want to get to.
Okay.
Before we wrap this up, which is, you came from a creative family. So yeah. I would assume that kind of helps with the encouragement of you starting art or making art at a young age. But who would you say is also like your biggest motivator and kind of inspiration throughout your journey? Because I mean, you did say that comics were a huge inspiration to you. So are there specific artists that you've kind of followed along your journey?
Okay, all right. So I would have to say my mom, which is like one of the most cliche things that you can say, but absolutely she's like my hero and everything, because like she's literally has been in my corner pretty much my whole entire life. I didn't even think I was going to even go to college because I was not a really good student throughout like grade school and whatnot, and it's just like, just because I like, all right, I want to go in for art, and she's like, I think you can do it. So so definitely her. And then even now, because I even still get like stuff with the series and whatnot, she's like, you need to do this.
Yeah.
Just kind of keep pushing.
Yeah, a little nudge here and there.
Yeah. Even in my 30s, she's still pushing me to do stuff.
Good.
But I would say, like, artist wise, I have to say probably Mark Bagley, he was one of the Spider-Man artists in the 90s, and he did a run on Ultimate Spider-Man, which there's a big thing with that because it was like one of the longest running comic book lines between a writer and artist. I think they went for like 111 issues before like eventually he dropped out of the book, and then was succeeded by a different artist after that. But the way that he drew the character, like the big bug-eyed Spider-Man, I love it. It's great. I used to try and mimic his art style like all of the time, and that still kind of shows up. Like I used to copy his like work all the time because I just like the way that he drew.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, that's a good choice. Both of them. And it's not cliche. I think it's good that you have your mom there behind you, having your back and supporting you and pushing you to do things that you might not necessarily feel comfortable with, but then it like pays off.
Oh yeah, no. And that is the thing, is like being pushed to do things, even if it's uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable makes you better most of the time. Being pushed will make you better.
So as far as, I mean, we did kind of talk about the challenges and hurdles you've experienced, but can we talk a little bit about the successes you've experienced over the course of your creative career? Not just necessarily graphic design, but just creating in general.
So I think the biggest success is actually falling in love with the process of making art. Like, I enjoy it. Like, after this, I'm probably going to be drawing because I want to. Getting to that point is probably the biggest success, because you run into a lot of people that have the problem with, like, man, I don't know what to draw. How do you get past art block and whatnot? And I'm like, I don't have that problem at the moment. We're like, art block, what's that? I can't wait to stop doing this to go do this thing, because I want to go ink. It's like playing a video game. No, I don't want to do that. I want to go ink this page that I got on my desk right now. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
So getting in that mindset has probably been the biggest success that I've had the last couple years. But
so are there any tricks or tips you would give another creative on how to get into that stage? Because I feel like once you have gotten to that mindset of enjoying the process and being to a point where that's what you want to do and spend your time on, that's a really good place to be in. So apart from like not ever experiencing artist blocks, I mean, what was it that really got you into that spot mentally? Because I mean, that's a triumph. That's a huge success.
That's exactly. And it's not like the fact that I haven't had artist block before.
Yeah,
that's the thing. So like, I know what it feels like, but I think the biggest thing is really picking things that you feel passionate about. The things that you're drawing. It kind of loops back into like what I've previously said, is like, I don't want to do commission work, because doing commission work, I'm drawing things that I might not be interested in drawing. So everything that I've drawn up until this point is things that I enjoy drawing. I like drawing it. I like the subject matter. I think subject matter is probably the biggest and most important thing when it comes to art. Because if you're not enjoying what you're drawing, you're not going to want to do it. And if you don't want to do it, you're not going to. We humans, like, we like being comfortable. We really like being comfortable. We're like, I don't want to go do that.
We really do, though. But the problem is we were just saying, and that we're going to reiterate this probably the third time in this episode, is that being uncomfortable is good for you.
It is. If you can push past it. There has been times where, like, oh, I don't feel like drawing today.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I might psych myself out and I'll go like, you know what? I'm going to try and draw for like 5 minutes.
Yes.
And then I'll go like, all right, we'll just draw for 5 minutes. I'll just sketch out this part. And then somehow you can trick yourself. An hour later, you've been, oh man, you spent the last hour drawing. So that's probably that's definitely a better tip.
I think that the whole trick is tricking the mind.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's tricking the mind. You have to find a reason to get excited about it.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, I mean, I can't say how many times I've literally been like, I don't really want to do this, but I'll work on it for a little bit. And then I'm like, God, why didn't I just do it? Because I really do enjoy it. Why did I get in my head about this? Because now I know that once I start creating, I'll feel much better. A lot of the time I get in my own head about creating this perfect piece or masterpiece or whatever. And so I'm like, I'm not in the mindset to create something amazing or beautiful, so I don't want to create it. But then I've started like journaling, or as they call junk journaling or whatever, and it allows me to be messy but creative at the same time. And once I do that, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm not in my own head now. I just had to release some of the tension and the stress and the jitters a little bit, create, and then I feel so much better that I'm like, now I can create for another 2 hours or 3 hours or whatever.
It was that warm up. You just needed the warm up.
Yeah.
That's like, all right, I'm in the zone.
Yeah, the warm up. Yeah, definitely need that. So I would say that one's a good one for sure for anybody, not even just new creatives, just any creative, is just warm up. Just you'll feel better as you keep doing it. I promise.
There's something. There really is something to it, and then I'm like, I don't need to warm up. I'm just jump into it, and I'm like,
I mean, there are days. I 100% can just jump into it, but there's a lot of days where I can't, so I need that warm up for sure. So, apart from the comic book, would you say that there's any other mainstream goals that you have in mind for your creative journey?
oh, besides the comic. So right now, I am wanting to finish up this art series, which I'm on piece 9. I'm planning on doing 15. So hopefully, after I'm done with this 15, I'll look into like maybe making some prints, some stickers.
Nice.
So I'm looking to probably start up, I guess, an Etsy store. I'm still on the fence about like, okay, what platform do I need to sell this stuff on? Because everyone changes and everyone has different opinions, and I'm like, obviously, no one knows.
Yeah, that's a whole other subject.
Yeah, which we all got to jump into because I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'll probably like do a whole bunch of research and going like, all right, I think this is the best one, and then probably like, oh god, this is terrible.
Yeah.
But other than that, I am doing the like artist challenge. There's another art group online that's like, all right, there's the summer art challenge where you can do it for like June, July, and August. So you're like doing 30 pieces a month. So a piece every day.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm gonna actually tackle ACOs. So
nice.
I'm gonna attempt that because like I bought a pack of like small Bristol board paper, and I was like, all right, I'll buy this, and I have like just paper there, so I was like, okay, it needs to be used because like a pet peeve of mine is that like I'll look on the shelf and there's like packs of paper that I'm like, okay, that needs to be future artwork. So
and I probably shouldn't show you my closet.
Oh yeah, a backlog of stuff that you just have to like
get into. I have so many started projects.
That's been my goal. That's been like one of my main goals is like, all right, so these empty sketchbooks, I have these packs of paper that I bought. It needs to be, I want to use like everything that I have and then go like, man, I have nothing to draw on. I guess I need to go spend money.
Yeah, no, that's good. So where, if there's any places that you feel most inspired to create?
So for the most part, right now it's just at my desk, but I do really enjoy going out to do urban drawing or even a coffee shop. So going to different areas, just traveling, walking around, and go like, oh wow, this is a really cool, neat spot. Sit down and draw there. That's the magic of urban sketching. It's just
well, and bring your little sketchbook. I think that's great. I think that is perfect for just anything that hits inspiration.
He's just like, oh man, this is cool because like I also like doing photography and stuff, but like it's a bit so it's like replace your camera with like, all right, this one shot, you're just gonna spend that time just make an image and whatnot instead of a photo.
I think that's good. With everything said and done that we've talked about, we did talk about how you do graphic design as your full-time regular job, and then you're getting back into drawing and doing comic books. Have you ever thought about your comic book becoming a job to replace your current one? So has that ever been like a thought?
It has been a thought, and that's like one of those that would be great if that were to happen. To me, it's like also hitting the lottery to me. It's just like that would be great if that were to happen. The likelihood of that happening, very, very low. Very, very low. I just want to say like because like making money as a comic book artist is not extremely profitable.
Okay.
It does not pay a whole lot. We're talking about you're making around like $30,000 to $40,000 like a year as a comic book artist. Like people, you can make more money. It is possible, but the likelihood of that, it's a little rough.
Now, I don't mean exactly from like a company standpoint. I mean from like a freelance for you standpoint,
For
being like a publishing your own
oh,
comics and creating a system that way.
and to do that full time. Oh man, like I said, that would be great. I would love for that to happen and for that to
Yeah.
be really profitable.
Because I've seen people, they've done like illustrations and comics and stuff like that, and I've seen them online and stuff, and they turn that stuff into their company and product and their, I guess, their main focus, and it eventually replaces their full time job, whatever that may be. So I didn't know if that was something that you had in mind for yourself.
That is something that I would love for it to happen, and I'll even say that would be a goal of mine, would to be able to do that if I can swing that.
Yeah.
I want to be confident in saying like, yeah, that's I'm going to achieve that, but I have no idea.
Yeah.
Like
Have you thought about streaming your art? I mean,
I think I actually tried streaming like 2 days ago, just on like TikTok or YouTube.
oh
I think
yeah,
I
okay.
think my internet quality is like
Ah,
not great, so I would need to go up on that, which I totally could, but it's like I also haven't seen like a lot of interest of people seeing me like draw live.
gotcha. Okay.
But that would
Just a
be
thought.
yeah, I would like to give that a shot.
Yeah. Not to be biased, but I would suggest Twitch just
Okay.
because it is mainly for artists and gamers. So, especially with the comic book style, I think that it would really kick off for you on that platform specifically,
Okay.
because people on that platform are already kind of looking for that, so you might have better luck, just as an idea. So.
Okay. Yeah. I could definitely look into that for sure. I'm all down for trying new stuff. That's the thing. Like, all right, trying new things and just like throwing myself in there. Like, it
Yeah.
is.
Guess we'll see.
We'll see. Hit me back in like 2 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Or even a year's time. I want to know what about that comic book for sure.
Yeah.
I want to be a guinea pig for that.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. You know what? All right, I need a test reader. Devyn, here you go. I'll ship you a copy.
Okay, yeah. It was a lot of fun, and I appreciate having you on here. I definitely will have you here again for another interview, because I'm sure we have plenty more to talk about.
Of course.
For those of you listening, I will post everything of his information to support him in the description below. So be sure to hit that follow button, subscribe, all of that jazz. And then obviously keep a lookout for his comic book, because I will be. I'm super excited about that. So thanks, Dane, for being here.
Thanks for having me, Devyn. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Go make some art, and we'll talk to you later.
What a great conversation. I always enjoy hearing how other creatives find their way back to making art, especially when life gets busy and responsibilities start pulling us in different directions. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to check out Dane's work. I've linked all of his information in the description so you can follow along and show your support. I know I'll be keeping an eye out for that comic book when it's finished. And if you're a creative who would like to share your story on Canvas and Conversations, I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to reach out and let's get something scheduled. Until next time, keep creating in whatever way feels good to you. Goodbye for now.